Good morning to you, Excellency. Thank you for having your time with us today. This is the morning edition, and thank you for being part of it.
Good morning. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Good morning. I'm Mary Angelically, and I'm not alone. I have my colleague.
My name is Ugochukwu Mary.
Thank you.
So glad to have you with us.
Thank you, Miriam. Thank you.
Indeed. We'll get right to it. The atmosphere for the elections coming next year is already heated, and lots of conversation. But we'd like to get a clarification from you quickly. Your vice presidential candidate for the NDC now says there's been a signed agreement with the party and personally with him that is going to be a one term. You're going to run in office.
No, it's not a question of signed agreement. A leader's statement should be an agreement. It should be a promise.
Right.
I've said it repeatedly. I will serve for 4 years. Just like I said, I will unite the country. So these are agreements. You know what it means when you do campaign promise. It has agreement with the people. And if the people want, you sign it. Because it's an agreement.
So are you confirming that you actually signed to paper that you're going to run for just 4 years?
Let me tell you, when people talk about signed agreement, I laugh. Your statement should be a signed agreement. The party, everybody have agreed, documented is 4 years, not a day more. And that is not just on that. In other issues, in other areas. So if I say, I will brutally and gravely cite corruption, and I will not be part of it, it is an agreement with the people. That's what we want. That's why I was talking about the character of the leader must now be brought into question. Peter Obi said when he became governor that he is not going to knowingly steal the money of Anambra State that is not entitled to. And when he left office, there's so many other things that said, I will not have allocated land to myself. So when I left office, I go to people and say, go and show me the land in Oka, in Onitsha, anywhere in Anambra State, allocated to Peter Obi by state of Anambra State. Just one. I said, I will not be part of those who are getting pension and gratuity when they leave office. Go and show me. Anambra has not bought me pure water since I left. So a leader's statement should be an agreement. I've been asked in so many interviews, will you guarantee steady electricity by the time you leave? I said, no. It's not possible. Because I know it takes about 3 years to build a power generation company. If I'm going to support one, it takes time to build, rebuild infrastructure for transmission and this. But I said, by the time I leave, I guarantee that we'll be generating, transmitting and distributing not less than 10,000. So that when you come, people will see it. I said, I'm going to cut costs. People will see it. That's how a leader does. So a leader's statement is an agreement.
With the people.
With the people.
Now, let's talk about the people of the Southeast who for a very long time have been clamoring for for the presidency. And in fact, for some people feel they've been marginalized and set aside in the politics of Nigeria. And you're one of the strongest voices from the Southeast. If by divine providence and the will of the Nigerian people, you do get the opportunity to get into that office, would it not be unfair for the Southeast people to say, you now want to spend only 4 years in that office?
Let me tell you, the actual marginalized people in Nigeria is the Nigerian youths who the country have not given opportunity to live. All Nigerians want is to create an environment, an atmosphere where people's hard work and talent will match up their opportunity. I don't care who is there. If the person who is there is doing the right thing, it doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be. So 4 years, 8 years does not make a difference. We've seen governance since 8 years, 4 years. In 3 years, look at where we are. We've been able to double our poverty level from 87 to almost 180 something. For the World Bank analysis now, where they said that the reforms have not impacted on the people. It was 87 when this government started, now it's going to be 180 something. So where is the impact? Whether you stay 10 years on this, what is important is that what are the deliverables? People are voting for their lives to be better. And that their life being better might not be achieved in 4 years, but they could see the hope. What drives faith and people love for their nation is hope. It's like someone who went to church and they say, if you do the right things and you die, you go to heaven. None of us have seen someone who went to heaven. But that hope, we will go to heaven, is what is driving our faith to do the right thing. And that's what we need. That's what government offers to people by saying, yes, we're going to this place. We're going to build this house. There's a foundation. And when we see the foundation coming up, we know, don't you see how those who do property business sell their house? They just design something, put it in one place, and they're doing the foundation, they're marketing it. Then people buy that property. It has not been completed. But because there's a hope that this is going to come up, they start buying the flat. That's what P2B wants to create. A hope. Drive it for people. So it has nothing to do with, yes, these people will feel, oh, they are not, if you stay there 20 years and you don't do anything, it's the same thing. You'd rather you stay 1 year and see the impact.
That Nigeria where the voices of the youth will be heard and people will have a sense of belonging, what are the structures you intend to put in place to ensure that that is achieved, at least in the first 100 days or 1,000 days?
It won't be 100 days. Nobody forget about all those 100 days and everything. It's for you to plan something that is enduring by supporting the youth to be entrepreneurs, starting their own businesses all over the world. The world is driven by small businesses. Even in first world like America, it's biggest employer on labor, and that's where the youth are. You will encourage them by ensuring that they acquire skills that the society needs, supporting them financially to have access to money to start their own business. Nobody can start business here today. We've had to go and start business at 35-40%. How can you? You just be working, the system is against you, taxman, this man. If you see the burden of existing here, it's not that there's no power, there's no this. So we're going to create an environment that can make them thrive, make them read and everything, do the right things.
Now, in 2023 elections, it had young Nigerians who were fully for Peter Obi. And they chanted this cause so much because they believed in it. But along the line, we believe that some actually don't really have that 100% confidence now. What have you learned from the previous elections moving to this new cycle that will help you rebuild that trust that they had in you before that?
That's what we're going to do, is to go back to them. You know, this is normal. It's normal. Mm-hmm. In any system, when people lose, some people give up. It's even for us who are Christians, even in the Bible, where they said some were planted they grew on a rock, some planted. And so people, it is not easy to stay the course. Even for me, people tell you, what is all this in your fighting? Why don't you just go and settle yourself, negotiate with these people, do this, and you tell them, what am I negotiating? What do I want out of life? It's difficult. Even for people who were cursing me when I was in Anambra State, why are you saving money? We have saved money. Why don't you just help yourself? This thing you're saving, and the people are doing it now. People come and say, what are you talking? You save money, and what happened? And so you save 150 million. If you had taken it, or maybe now we would have been rich. We would have been richer than them. What would I have done with it? Would I grow taller? Or would I have been bigger? Anything? No. Yes, oh, can't you see? Nobody's celebrating you because of that. But that is not the issue. The issue is that I said, given the opportunity, I'll manage their resources prudently, very efficiently, and do savings. And I did it.
And the outcome of the general elections, if it do come out and it doesn't go in your favor, would you accept the outcome?
It will go in my favor, I'm sure.
Would the Nigerian people want to see, would you be on the ballot again if it doesn't?
Well, let's finish one, and we'll talk about the next one. We are in Nigeria, we're too speculative about them. Would you know whether I will be there then? So let's finish one. Let's focus on 2027.
Now, the APC, the ruling party, has dismissed some of the claims that you have made as to them manipulating the process and trying to stifle the opposition. And in fact, in a recent engagement, you talked about some attacks on your personal businesses and even made allusions to the fact that you could be in danger. I mean,
Yes.
Can you speak more to some of those
Well, I don't know
claims?
why people ask that question. You're a journalist, you're here. 1 or 2 or 3 governors have said, don't come to our state. Have anybody told you don't come to the state? You, have anybody told you that?
Free to travel anywhere.
So if you're free to travel anywhere, me, I'm not free to travel anywhere. I was going to a state, the governor said, don't come here. We will not guarantee your safety. So what again do you want me to allude? It's like somebody said to me, oh, your car was wrongly parked at the airport. That's why it was clamped, blah, blah, blah. I said, let me ask you a question. Whenever I go to the airport, I go with only one vehicle. I've seen people with 20, 30 vehicles. So that only one is the one that has to be clamped, that I removed everything. Only one, oh. But people who come with 20, nobody touched them. So you have to wait. What do I have to do? If my business, if my life is not being touched, I won't say it. It is. And it is wrong. We need to build a society. If I'm in power today, I will encourage opposition. I will support their life. I will support their businesses. Because this is a temporary thing that we're doing for His grace, for the good of the society. And I'm not going to hurt I'm not going to witch hunt anybody. I'm not going to go after anybody for political reasons. No.
All right.
Never. We will allow the system to work. The right things to be done.
All right. Before I let you go quickly, how confident are you in your party, the NDC, to make sure that you'll be delivered for the elections and come out in a very favorable outcome?
Mean delivered NDC.
How confident are you in the NDC?
I'm already the candidate. I'm not competing with anybody within the NDC space. I'm the candidate. And that will not change because
the Nigerian people see your strength as Peter Obi, but do you believe that your party is strong enough to also, add to your strength as well as an individual in the party?
If Nigerian people believe in me, they will vote me. They don't need to vote for the party. It's me they believe in. It's me that will be president. It's not the party that will be president. Yes, I respect the party. The party is supreme.
But it's through the party you're going to be represented.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So you consider countries and nations that are changed by individuals. Do you know Lee Kuan Yew's party of Singapore? What people call Lee Kuan Yew every day, Lee Kuan Yew had a party. It's that person that leads, that changes the dynamics, changes everything. Peter Obi is offering himself to change Nigeria. And believe it, I'll deliver it.
In 4 years.
Not in 4 years. Remember what I said. I'm going to start driving that vehicle on the right road. It will be headed in the right direction.
All right. It's the morning edition. Very many thanks.
We
Thank
do
you.
have a lot to unpack, but time.
Don't worry, I'm here.
We want to thank you so much for your time with us.
Thank you very much.
This is the morning edition, and of course, it's been a conversation with His Excellency Peter Obi.